Good afternoon, it's Jeffrey Douglas with SD Rover, and today we're lucky enough to be up in Big Sur at a really incredible campsite next to a creek. So this is a private campsite, and it's part of the Ventana Resort. I'm a big fan of 511 Tactical, and they have what's called a toolkit, and they make a large and a small version of it. And I've actually bought two of these, one that we use for basically our communications, and the other one that we use for lights and power and stuff. And I also got from Amazon these tags that we've ordered that are really nice. You can actually customize them to whatever you would like to say on them, and they're really of high quality, and I'll link below in the comments where you can get those through Amazon, and I'll also link where you can get the 511 toolkits. So one thing I like about these bags is they're a nice size. They have two outside pockets, and then they have an inside pocket that's more free-form. And I'll go ahead and take you through the bag. It's also got a hook on the side here, and the zippers are YKK, so they're good quality. Bag is good quality. The bottom of the bag doesn't have any legs or anything like that, so it's nice to not mar up a tabletop or something. All right, so this is the first bag that we have, and this one we have for our power and lights. And so the front pouch, which I think is super handy, opens out, and it allows you to basically have these three fold-out pouches. So in this pouch, for instance, we have our Goal Zero for our solar panel. This one's empty at the moment, but that's another large one, and then two smaller ones. So this makes it very nice to be able to quickly roll this out and see what you have. This would make also a really good first aid bag, because you could put different first aid and materials, band-aids and things of that nature in there, and you can quickly deploy this and see basically what you have in the bag. Also, you have this pull-out pouch here. So I've got some more Goal Zero connections there. So that's the front pouch, and that makes it really nice. And then the main pouch is pretty much kind of an open area. And what we do here is we keep all of our lights and everything. So while this is an older version, this is a Goal Zero lighthouse, and I just love this. We've had this for a number of years. It pulls out, and just a real handy, quick way to do it. You can actually power a device off of it as well. And the old version had a hand crank to where you could charge it by cranking by hand too, which was kind of handy. Always carry a headlamp. This is an O-light headlamp that I have. Small flashlight, again an O-light, which I think is just a great affordable flashlight, really well made. And the charge cable for both this flashlight and the headlamp are the same, which is handy. Have a big one, so if we roll into camp late in the night, this will absolutely let us know where we're at and to set up easily. So keep that big one here. And then we have, this is the Goal Zero that we utilize for cooking off the tailgate on the Rover. Makes it really super handy to click this to the top of the tailgate, and then plug that into the Goal Zero, and that powers that directly. Also have some Goal Zero string lights in there, and that's it for the moment. So again, what we're trying to do with these bags is just, if I'm looking for something that's in regards to power, flashlights and stuff like that, I know to go grab this bag, and that will get us what we need. Nice handle here that opens up, and you can click and close. Makes it nice and secure to carry. And then on the back of the bag, again, not the one that you had before. This one is padded probably about 1/8 of an inch of closed cell foam in here. So if you have something that's delicate, you've got some protection there. And then you have another pouch here that's easily see-through. And so this is a nice, another handy pouch to kind of keep things separate that direction. So that's kind of this particular bag. And again, I just really think these are great, great labels that you can customize that direction. So now we'll take a look at the other bag that we have. This one we've tagged as communications. And again, the front pouch folds out, and then out, and then out some more. And this one gives you a little bit better idea. We've got my ham radio in here, ham radio plug. This is the 12-volt plug for the ham radio. So we've got that. Also have a little bit of a mic here if we want to use the ham radio in the rover. And so see how nice and neat that keeps everything, and you can easily see through this to find kind of what you're looking for. So that makes it really a handy situation. Also, I keep the radio manual here, and also some miscellaneous belt clips and stuff like that. So again, in overlanding, if you can keep your equipment kind of organized, then you'll be able to find it when you're looking for something versus having different equipment just all over the place. And in the main compartment, again, remember this is more of an open compartment. And so right now, I do keep all of our cords for powering Apple Watches and iPhones and things like that, but that's not in here right now. But we carry a couple of different things here. One is a Garmin, and this is on the Iridium network. So if we're out where there is no cell service, we can utilize this and get some communication out, particularly if there's somebody that's been injured or you need some help. So that's a great tool. We also carry these little cheaper radios. They're not ham radios. If for some reason we want some communication between us fairly closely. So that's that direction. All right, the other thing that I want to do a review on soon is the WeBoost. Okay, it's the WeBoost 4 or WeBoost Drive 4GX. And where we're camping, many times we get really off the grid, and you might have just a tiny bit of a cell signal, but not enough to actually make a phone call or text or anything, or certainly not enough to get on the internet. But today we used this at the campsite, and we had one bar at the time that I didn't have this hooked up. We brought the Goal Zero Yeti down and plugged this in, and I went from one bar actually up to 4 bar 5G, so pretty significant change, and was able to make some calls and do some texting and stuff like that. So really, really handy little tool to do that. So this is the main body, and then there are different pieces, and watch for our full review on this. But there's a little antenna that's magnetic that we can put up on the roof rack of the rover, or in this case I just put it on top of the Yeti. And then there's a power cord that you're going to plug in, and then this is the transmitter for the signal, and this is where you're going to put this fairly close to whatever devices you're using, whether it be a Verizon, T-Mobile, or an AT&T device. It doesn't make any difference. And again, if you keep that fairly close, within about 18 inches or so, you get a really good signal that direction. The last thing is the power, and the power just plugs in to the Goal Zero Yeti with a 12 volt. Turn it on, turn it off here, and you're good to go that direction as well. So it's been a super handy tool. Unfortunately, with my job, I need to be in communication, and rather than not go someplace, with this I can actually still get out and do something. So that's the review of the 511 tactical toolkits. They're roughly about $40. They do have a large version as well. Really well made. I've been using them now for probably 3 or 4 months, and can't say enough good about them. I am a big fan of 511. I have some other things that I'm using from them, and I find that the quality is really good, the price is decent, and they're just the perfect size again. They can easily tuck in to areas, and with these tags, again, that I've ordered off of Amazon, that just makes it super handy to quickly identify if this is the communications or the power and light bag. So I hope you found this review useful. This is not a sponsored review. These are things that I've bought on my own. I don't have any relationship with 511, and I just thought I wanted to share it because for 40 bucks, it's just a great, great bag to have. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. I know we are up in Big Sur. It's just fantastic weather up here. Couldn't ask for better. Going to go down tonight and catch the sunset and do some stuff and some photography. But if you're ever in this neck of the woods, although expensive, this Ventana campground is quite a place. And I mean, we paid almost $90 a night, so it's not for the faint of heart. But if you try to go to the state parks, you have to reserve those probably almost 6 months in advance to get in. So remember, get outdoors. This is Jeffrey Douglas with SD Rover. Have a wonderful day.